today we will start up with the topic human circulatory system. Okay, so in this topic we will be discussing about blood vascular system. Okay, then blood vessels, then we will be discussing about blood vessels, then we will be discussing about the various types of blood cells that are found in human. Okay, and finally we will be discussing about the pumping organ. Okay, who is going to pump the blood to all parts of the body. So coming under blood vascular system, we will be seeing the types. Okay, that is, it is categorized into open and closed. Okay, we will be seeing about that. In case of blood vessels, we will be discussing about arteries, veins and capillaries, blood capillaries. Okay, so in case of blood cells, we will be discussing about plasma and corpuscles. Okay, so we all know that. And in pumping organ, we will be discussing about heart. And these are the basic conceptual things that we should be clear about before we are going into the process of circulation. Okay, now coming to blood vascular system, it is categorized into open and closed. Okay, so when we are talking about open vascular system, open vascular system. Okay, open vascular system, from the name itself we can see that. So the blood vessels, okay, the blood is flowing, the blood is flowing out of the blood vessel. Okay, the blood, they travel they travel outside of the blood vessels also. Okay, so when coming to closed vascular system, okay, here as the name indicates, the blood is going to the blood is going to flow within the blood vessel. That is the blood is not coming out of the blood vessels, not going to come out of the blood vessels. Okay, in my previous session I have explained about a hemolymph, right? Hemolymph is hemolymph is the body fluid found in cockroaches. Okay, so in case of cockroaches, what happened? What did I say? So the blood flow is in such a way, okay, the blood flow will be coming through the blood vessels. Okay, suddenly, say for example, here an organ is found in the body of a cockroach. This is the organ. Okay, this is the organ. So take it as this may be the structure of a cockroach. So it is having this is the structure of the cockroach. Okay, just for an outline, don't think that is cockroach. Okay, I'm just trying to make it easy for you. Okay, so see, this is the flow of the blood is coming in this direction. Okay, when the flow of the blood is coming, okay, the blood is going to circulate all throughout the body, right? So when the flow of the blood is coming, okay, when there is an organ found, the blood, they form a depression like structure. Okay, the blood flow, they are forming a heap like structure, and the blood is flowing throughout the all around the organ. They are forming a heap like structure. The depression is formed. Okay, and the organ is completely the organ is completely dipped within the blood. Okay, that is in this case they have a direct contact. Okay, in this case, who have a direct contact? The blood and the organ, they both have a direct contact. So the materials, that is the oxygen and the other nutrients that is present in the blood, is transfused to the organs directly, as the blood is having a direct contact with the organ. Okay, so coming to closed vascular system. So in this case what happens, right? So this is the layer tissue of an organ. So say this is the layered tissue of an organ. Okay, so organ is made up of tissues, and I have taken a particular layer of cells in an organ. Okay, so when the blood is flowing, okay, the oxygenated blood will be carried to all parts of the body through what? Through the arteries is the one who is going to carry the oxygenated blood. So the blood is carried out by the artery, and this vessel, this blood vessel, it is diversified into numerous small blood capillaries. Okay, it is going to be diversified into numerous small blood capillaries. Okay, they are going to be diversified into what? Numerous small capillaries. These are called as what? Blood capillaries. Okay, so the oxygenated blood, they are going to get diversified blood capillaries, and they transfuse the oxygen as well as the nutrient materials that is present within them to the tissues. Okay, the transfusion takes place between the blood capillaries and the tissues of the organ. Okay, so there is no any direct contact between what? Between the blood vessels and the organ. Okay, this type of system is called as what? Closed vascular system. That is, the flow is not going to come outside the blood vessel. Okay, so and the oxygen is being supplied to the tissues. Okay, the deoxygenated blood. Okay, so the oxygenated blood supplies the oxygen to the tissues, and after the removal of oxygen, the deoxygenated blood is being carried out by whom? Deoxygenated blood is being carried out by veins. Okay, so the oxygenated blood is brought in by arteries, and they are supplementing their nutrients within the tissues. Okay, and the deoxygenated blood, they are leaving through what? Leaving through the veins. Okay, so this is all about open vascular system and closed vascular system. So when we are taking the human circulatory system, it comes under the category of closed vascular system. Okay, because in humans we have what? Blood vessels, and through which the circulation is going to be carried out. So out of the two vascular systems, the human circulatory system will fall under the category of closed vascular system. Okay, so we have seen that the blood vessels are the one who is going to carry out the blood to different locations of the body. Okay, now we will be seeing about the blood vessels. So the blood vessels, okay, the blood vessels are categorized into, so the blood vessels are the one who is going to carry what? The blood to all parts of the body. The blood vessels, they are categorized as arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, we will be seeing the structural similarities and dissimilarities of the arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, so the structural organization of arteries and veins are more similar. Okay, that is, they both have what? They are made up of 3 layers of cells. Okay, arteries and veins, they are made up of 3 layers of cells, whereas capillaries, they are made up of a single layer of cell. Okay, so as it is made up of 3 layers, let us see what are the layers that is found. Okay, the first layer, that is the outermost layer, is called as tunica externa or tunica adventitia. Okay, this is the outermost layer in case of both arteries as well as veins. Okay, this outermost layer, it is made up of fibrous tissues like fibrinogen and elastin. The outermost layer is made up of the fibrous tissues like fibrinogen and elastin. Okay, it is followed by the middle layer. It is followed by the middle layer called as tunica media. Okay, followed by the middle layer called as what? Tunica media. It is made up of muscle cells, muscular tissues. Okay, muscular tissues. They are then followed by the innermost layer called as tunica interna. Okay, they are then followed by what? The innermost layer, tunica interna. Okay, this tunica interna, okay, it has an outer layer and an inner layer. Okay, these two layers together, they form what? This tunica interna. Okay, the outer layer, it is made up of elastin fibers, and the innermost layer, it is made up of simple squamous epithelial cells. Okay, am I making it clear? Okay, so this is all about what? The structure of arteries and veins. And this, I said, it is made up of single layer of cells. Okay, it is made up of what? Simple squamous epithelial cells. Okay, so this is all about arteries, veins and capillaries. Now we will be seeing about the diagrammatic view of arteries, veins and capillaries. So starting off with the arteries, okay, now I am going to draw the transverse section of the artery. Transverse section of the artery. So the first layer is what? The outermost layer is tunica externa. Am I right? Tunica externa. So this layer is what? Tunica externa. It is going to be the outermost layer in case of arteries. Okay, so can you see the difference? Okay, in arteries it is going to be what? It is going to be thinner. Okay, in veins the outermost layer is what? It is little bit thicker comparing to arteries. So this outermost layer is called as what? Tunica externa. It is followed by middle layer called as what? Tunica media. So it is followed by the middle layer, tunica media. So this layer is what? This layer is thinner. Okay, This is followed by the middle layer called as what? The tunica media. And in arteries we are having what? We are having a thicker structure, and in veins we are having what? A thinner structure. Okay, it's going to be followed by the third layer, that is nothing but our tunica interna. Okay, so tunica interna, we have two layers, right? So one is the outer layer, which is called as what? Which is made up of the elastin tissues, and innermost layer, it is made up of what? The squamous epithelial cells. Okay, it is also what? It is also thicker in arteries, and it is thinner in case of veins. Okay, am I making it clear? Now can you differentiate with the diagram? So the different parts, the three layers, okay, the outermost layer is externa, is thicker in case of what? See, is thicker in case of veins and thinner in case of arteries. The rest two layers, they are thicker in case of arteries and thinner in case of veins. So this two layers, okay, that is this part, okay. So this part along with this endothelium layer, okay, along with this endothelium part, they comprise what? They are comprising the final, that is the innermost layer, tunica interna. This part and this, okay, tunica interna. So I hope that you can see the difference between the transverse section of arteries and the transverse section of veins. Okay, so the innermost space, it is called as what? The lumen. Okay, innermost space, that is called as what? The lumen. It is narrow. It is narrow in case of arteries, and it is wider in case of veins. Okay, so coming to capillaries, we said it is a single layer of cells. Okay, so they are just going to form what? So they are the vessels with what? Only what? A lining of squamous epithelial cells will be alone found. They are made up of what? A single layer of cells called what? The squamous epithelial cells. So the structure of the capillaries is just what? A single layer of cell that is seem to be resting on a basement membrane. A single layer of cell is going to be formed, and that constitute the structure of what? The capillaries. Okay, this is all about the diagrammatic representation of the arteries, veins and capillaries. So now we will be tabulating the differences, okay, with this diagram, and few more differences are there between these three different types of blood vessels. So we will be listing out in a tabular column, and we will be seeing the differences that are found in the three types of blood vessels, that is arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, so now we will be seeing the difference between arteries and veins. Okay, so the first thing is what? Arteries, they take blood away from the heart. Okay, that is what? They are going to take the oxygenated blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Okay, so veins, what they are going to do? They bring blood to the heart. Okay, this is what? They bring the deoxygenated blood to the heart. So coming to the second point, so all arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Okay, so all arteries in the body, they carry what? They are going to carry the oxygenated blood except what? Except the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery, they are going to carry the deoxygenated blood. Okay, when coming to veins, all veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Okay, the pulmonary vein is the one, they are going to carry the oxygenated blood to the heart. Okay, then coming to the third point is based on the location. They are found deep under the muscles. Okay, they are going to found deep under the muscles. Okay, they are going to be found superficial of skin, superficial surface to skin. Okay, so coming to next point, they do not have valves. They have valves. So the arteries, they do not have any valves. The veins, they are provided with the valves. Okay, when we are seeing with diagrammatic view of the heart, internal structure of the heart, these points will be easy to understand. Okay, now coming to the next point. So we have seen the structural view of artery, right? So in the structural view of artery, what is there? We have three layers called as tunica externa, tunica media and tunica interna. Yes, so the tunica externa, it is narrow, it is thinner. Okay, the tunica media, it is thicker, right? And the tunica interna, they are also what? Thicker in nature. Okay, so when we are talking about veins, it is opposite to it. Okay, so the tunica externa is what? They are thicker in nature. Tunica media is thinner, and tunica interna, that is the innermost layer, is also thinner in nature. Okay, so then when we are comparing about the lumen, when we are comparing about what? The lumen, it is narrow in case of arteries, whereas if you are comparing if you are seeing the lumen of the veins, it is wider. Okay, it is wider. Okay, this is all about the arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, so the arteries, they are made up of three layer of cells. When coming to vein, they are also made up of three layer of cells, but there are certain similarities as well as certain dissimilarities between the arteries and veins based on the linings of the walls. Okay, that we have seen with the diagrammatic representation. And when we are talking about capillaries, it is what? It is just a single layer of cell. Okay, so this is all about arteries, veins and capillaries.